Hello there, Hedgehog Zone fans and Sonic fans. Guess what? I've seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2 already yesterday in the US. If you're from another part of the world and you've already seen it too, I don't know if you can hear a lot of noise in my background or how well I sound right now, but apologies if there's any issues with that. As always, it's super hot here today, and so I have a fan running like right on me. But anyways, I don't know if any one of you here remember when I was talking about the Rotten Tomatoes reviews and other reviews and stuff prior to the movie's release. But um, to recap, basically, um, there was like an early screening even before March 30th, where a lot of people were leaving like tweets, non spoiling, saying how much they love the movie, and it was overwhelmingly positive. And then we got critic reviews, and we had some negative reviews, not really hating on the film, but a lot of them, it just didn't click with them. And, you know, as Sonic fans and the generation of the internet as a whole, we've come to learn that the critic reviews don't really matter and that much. Um, they not because like they're stupid for their opinions or anything, but because they oftentimes are not people who the movies are really catered towards. They're kind of randomized, just watching the movie, and then I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where you can see it coming. You know that they're going to have the reaction they're going to have, and it doesn't matter to us because you're going to formulate your own opinion anyways. But also, I was going on about how even some of their negative reviews were positive to me. If you read what they're saying, like when they say stuff like they focus too much on the CGI characters and not enough on the human characters. Well, I feel like as a Sonic fan, you're going to say, oh, okay, well, that's not going to make me not want to see the movie. It's going to make you want to see the movie. If anything, you'll hear people lately say that they focus too much on the human characters. And they it's not that they focus too much on the human characters, it's more of how they focus on them. They're kind of like side story filler nonsense. But I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, maybe because I already expected it going in, I actually still enjoyed those scenes. I just because they're hilarious. They were so wacky. There was only two instances really where it kind of stood out. One where I looked over to my wife and was like, "What's happening right now?" But it was silly nonsense. I'm okay with that. It's fine. You could take it out, and it wouldn't make a difference. But it doesn't hurt the movie, I think, too badly. Then the second one was one where at some point I was like, "Wow, this is going on for a while." They could really cut back and forth between the two, and you wouldn't notice it as much. But they really stuck with these human characters. However, I will say this: I will say that an echidna just popped in. Who is this? Is this Echidna Prime?
Well,
Houston?
well,
Oh, Houston, you just saw the movie, right? Correct? Like
I literally,
it sounds like you're
literally,
not even home.
I'm in the car.
Are you driving?
Hold on. 1 second. I am. I am driving.
Oh, but this is the guy that's usually in a suit. You can picture him probably with like a Bluetooth on or something. He's fine.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all Bluetoothed up and, you know, my my Apple AirPods and whatnot. So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Geo says hello, Houston.
Hello, hello, Geo. Hello, everybody. This is the I just don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to begin.
Well, okay, well we're not. for now, we're gonna stay non-spoiler still. Um,
No, I'm
I
aware. Trust
I
me.
just want to know, based on our conversation last night, um, because I was telling Paul, I think Paul, I mentioned that you were asking me questions that were the kind of hard to answer, and because I don't want to oversell the movie, but at the same time, I'm like, but I love the movie, and
Oh God.
I don't want to make it sound too crazy, but I also don't want to undermine like how crazy it actually gets. And you were asking me questions about Knuckles, of course. And did you cry? You probably didn't cry, but on the inside, you cried.
No, no, no. You need to understand. I loved this movie so much. So freaking much. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this movie. It's so
And you
good. It's
and
so good.
you're riding on the out of the theater high right now too. I oh. So right now I was talking about I was talking about the human scenes again, because I was
Yeah.
bringing up the critic reviews and why we don't care about the critic reviews, like not in a hater kind of way, but just the reviews, they don't really reflect anything because they don't have the ability to. And the reason I'm bringing it up, you're probably not going to be able to see this, but you can hear me talk about it.
Huh.
I'm going to show everyone. Um, you weren't here before when I was talking about the movie prior to its release, right?
No.
Okay, so prior to the release, I was talking. Wait, hold on. Oh, I should put it in a different window. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now you'll be able to see it. Not you, but them. Also, if you hear a dog outside, we have a, how do you pronounce it? Malamute? Malamute?
Oh,
It's like,
Malamute. Yeah.
yeah, a big hairy dog. It's super hot here. They're giving it a bath, trying to help groom it, um, just to keep it from getting too hot. What are you telling me, Pedro? What? He sent the same meme twice. Pedro said he's not going to join today because he's celebrating National Apple Juice Day.
Okay.
Right? Right? Uh,
I mean, Pedro, we love you, right? But okay. Okay. All
By the
right.
way, Shalise and Luis are both in the middle of the movie as we speak. They will be. They're going through it, and
Oh
uh,
gosh.
at least Luis, as far as I'm aware, will be back in about like 3.5 hours. So I might jump on here again and talk to him just to get his reactions and stuff. If anyone's
Oh,
interested.
I had a hard time sleeping last night waiting for this movie. Like I was so excited. I went my whole day waiting because it's my birthday weekend. So
Uh,
this is a kickoff to my birthday weekend.
I had work
And
a night shift right before this, so I had to go to sleep as soon as I got home and try to wake up in time to even
oh,
go.
oh, and then the posters that the movie theater I went to gave out were incredible.
Yeah, I wanted to show those off too. I was just hoping that more THZ hosts would be here, but I know Paul would like to show off his cup that he showed off in his little video. I have the same cups. I got one for Sonic and one for
Okay.
Tails.
How many of
I
our
got
listeners have actually seen this at this point?
I know Gio said he hadn't last night.
Anybody else?
I'm For now, I'm gonna
No.
assume that no one has seen it until later in the chat. If more people show up, or if when we do another group chat thing. So for now, I'm showing off something about the Rotten Tomatoes critic thing. The reason why, for anyone who was there and remembers me talking about it last time, it's because we were talking about the score being like 54% or whatever, going up and down. And I think it was 60% at first, then it went down, but it was still majority positive. More people liked it than disliked it, even amongst critics. And I wanted to point out that when you looked at the first Sonic movie, everybody remembers the first Sonic movie as being really good and really successful for what it was. And if you looked at it, it shows the 63% with critics. So I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. And 93% with audiences, right? So
Uh-huh.
it's great. So even if Sonic 2 is at like 60%, that's not that bad if you love the first movie. However,
Right.
I go to Rotten Tomatoes now, and Sonic 2 is actually at 66%. So it's actually higher than the first
Yeah.
movie. So if you're worried about the score being low, it's actually higher than the first movie amongst critics. Now get this, right now that I'm looking at, the audience score is 100%.
Oh, it's such a fun movie. It's so much fun.
Of course, people are probably a little biased because they're just now seeing it, but it was 99% a few minutes ago. It's 100% now. And of course, I think that first impressions, as soon as you come out of a movie, are valid as well because that's your experience with the movie. I think that like if you have a different opinion as time goes on, fine, fair point. But I think that they should be counted separately, you know,
Yeah.
because you're always going to have a first impression. And my first impression was this movie was insane. The movie did everything I was expecting it to do before it was even done, and then it did more, and I was like, wow. And then it did more, and I was like, wow.
It's
Yes,
great. It's an
I
exceptional movie.
it is. Some of the reviews I can tell are biased because they're saying like, "Oh, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my life," and I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Sonic fan, I'm not going to discredit the movie by being untruthful. I
Yeah.
don't think Sonic 2 is the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
It is
It's a
on a
good movie though.
it's on a pedestal as one of my favorite movies I've ever seen in my entire life though because I am a Sonic
Yes.
fan. But I mean, Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece.
Right. I was just
But
gonna say Lord of the Rings still, yes.
yeah, but I'm not expecting Sonic to be Lord of the Rings. I'm expecting Sonic to
Right.
be Sonic and be
Sonic.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think it's definitely my favorite movie in a long time. Uh, so I mean,
I definitely
I would buy it,
look
you know.
forward, right. I definitely look forward to watching this movie over and over and over again because like the first Sonic movie, I could put that movie on and be perfectly happy and content, right? And be like, "Oh, okay, Sonic? Yes. This is that movie that I will probably go, yep. Oh, Sonic 2? Yep, that there we go. Absolutely."
And you know
I am
what?
so but you, hmm?
No, yeah, go ahead.
The thing I am so looking forward to tomorrow is when the friggin' score, the soundtrack, is available so I can download it. That's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I think what I was gonna say is that there's a lot of stuff in this movie that I can't believe I got to see. And there's a lot of stuff
Yes.
that we knew was coming that I still can't believe we're seeing. Like it's hard for me to even believe that we're seeing Knuckles and Tails because we've
Right?
accepted it already, but on the inside I haven't. I've just I'm still the first movie wasn't that long ago, so I'm still on this weird vibe of wow, Sonic is on the big screen. And then to when I was excited so much by seeing Tails in that after credit scene, part of it was because I was like, wow, now we are really seeing Sonic on the big screen. Tails looks like Tails. And and then now, and I know we knew Knuckles is coming. We've seen him in the trailers, but it is crazy to think that we were just barely seeing Sonic on the screen, and now we're seeing what these other characters look like on the screen as well, next to Sonic, and it's all happening so fast, too fast for even for Sonic fans, I think, to accept that like yeah, there's Sonic and Knuckles standing right next to each other, talking to each other, fighting each other, and then just all the other spoily things that we've seen. I don't know why they showed the Death Egg robot in the trailer, but man, that it's on that level, of all the things that you didn't know
Oh
were
yeah.
coming.
Well, and it just gets wilder. And there's so many you said this last night. There are so many little things, subtle things as a Sonic fan
you watch that movie and you go, oh, wait, like you have to pay attention. You have to know. I mean, I'm looking at. I'm like, OMG, what the heck? Like, what the heck? Like, I keep seeing things that happen. I'm like, wow, they pulled that from the games. I could pinpoint exactly where that came from.
There are details in this that you would
Yes.
even a Sonic fan wouldn't notice until they watch it again, maybe, unless you just happen to notice. I was just thinking about how well there were some people I think who didn't notice from the trailers that they were one thing that they noticed was like the snowboarding section, and they noticed going through like kind of, what do you call it, like the Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of area,
Yeah.
and people would say, "Oh, that little few seconds feels like a Sonic stage," and I'm like, it does, but I was just thinking, like, did people not realize that this is probably Labyrinth Zone because they have all
Yeah.
the owls everywhere, and I'm like, Longclaw suddenly makes more sense now because there were owl markings on the Labyrinth Zone in Sonic One, and I've always known this because supposedly that's like the civilization that used the emeralds and in the past, according to the lore of Sonic 1. But that's like lore that no one talks about. They never bring it up in the games except in the manual of Sonic 1, and I don't even know which region. So it's like no one talks about that. No one even knows about that. But as soon as they
Right.
referenced it in the trailers of Sonic 2, I was like, oh, Longclaw suddenly makes more sense. And no one's talking about how this is Labyrinth Zone, clearly. But then I saw that they have like little crystals in the corner, glowing like purple and pink and all this stuff. And I'm like, this is Labyrinth Zone. Labyrinth Zone has
Yeah,
that.
it is. Like, it totally is. And like, I don't want to I don't want to give spoilers, right? But
Right.
I mean, geez, criminy, just go see the movie. If you're a Sonic fan, you need to see this movie.
I
It
wanna
really is.
I need to make a reference video. Some other people are gonna do it, but I really need to make a reference video because there are so many subtle references in the way they do things, they say things, motions. Like it's in the first movie, references were like Easter eggs, like signs or emblems or names or something. Here the references are more about what they did and how they did it. I feel like
Right.
there
Right.
was
You're right.
like even before like Sonic and Knuckles fight, I'm like, is that from Sonic CD or Sonic 1 or something? Like, I don't know. Point, it's just weird the things that they do and that what they're pulling them from. It's one of those things where, in Hollywood they usually say that they're just kind of soulish cash grabs, and that's what one of the negative reviews claimed this movie was, and I was like, no, it's not. And I don't, and like I said last night, they're crazy. The reviewers who said they didn't know how it was possible to spoil this movie. It's possible. It's very possible. There's two really huge spoilers in this movie. If I say it, you guys will ban me from the Hedgehogs. And then there's other tiny spoilers sprinkled throughout. So I'm like, yeah, what do you mean you can't spoil this movie?
Right. Exactly. Like, you could spoil this movie. You can. Oh, it's just so good. It's so good. Oh,
Man, where is Luke?
I don't know. Luke.
Oh dear. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me. There we go. Let's see. Thank you, Geo. Uh, I'm trying. I did it last time too. I remember getting rid of spam, but
Why did we get spam? What the heck?
I don't know. But I hope it's a good sign. Like who would
We're,
even
we're,
notice us to
we've
spam
become
us in
so
the first place?
popular that you just have to spam us now.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you
Sure.
go. Hey, Axe. Axe. We that's a status symbol for us now. We wear that spam with pride.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Have you?
Oh man. Oh, sorry. I'm just having Knuckles in my head right now. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Let's see. So, how do we talk about this movie then? We've both seen it. We need to kind of do like a non-spoilery review. I mean, we already said we liked it, so there's that. I've talked about the human
Mhm.
portions of the movie. How about what did you think of the introduction? Do you
Oh, like the
remember the
first
introduction?
opening scenes?
Yeah,
You mean like the opening?
because you almost
Yes.
forget about it
I
after
was
the movie ends. But
no, I'm
it was funny.
it was hilarious. That was so funny and again, a lot of little subtle cues, right? That is just like, huh, right? So, oh, it's just so good. Oh, it's so good. But I actually have some questions, but I can't ask them yet because it's very spoilery if I ask them.
Exactly.
So like you and I need to have a talk offline about this because I'm just like, oh man, like I'm trying to like recall certain things from the games and like I'm just
Right.
like, oh, but this looks so familiar. But am I thinking that that's exactly what I think it is? But oh, so interesting. Oh, so good, so
Yeah,
good.
and I think what makes it hard to talk about is that, and a lot of fans got wrapped up into thinking this was going to be really close to the games because of the trailers and showing introducing Knuckles fighting Sonic, teaming up with Eggman to fight Sonic, and then you watch the movie and you realize, well, I don't know anything about the movie version of these
Hey,
characters.
we got spammed again.
Oh dear, I wasn't looking. Oh,
We're getting
okay.
we're getting spammed by someone naked.
Oh, that's good. That's weird. So they were okay. They are what's the term I want to use for this? Persistent. There you go.
Oh, very.
I mean, look, we just watched the whole movie with like three naked characters the entire time. We don't. It doesn't phase us here. What am I?
Oh, that's too funny. Too funny.
Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's right there. Oh, silly, silly, silly. I don't even know what they said, but like as long as they're
Yeah. No,
there,
they're
we
just spamming us.
Oh, I got it. I got it. The thing I was thinking about was about because I don't I'm looking at it through StreamYard and um they are it's showing up on YouTube, right? So I was just trying to figure out how to take care from that end, but it's fine. I mean, it sounds like you're home.
I am. Yes.
Okay, so the opening sequence, I feel like right away was made to confirm something instantly. Like that first shot, I thought was just really funny. Like, oh yeah, there you go. Now, I mean, if it wasn't obvious before, we know now. And then there was a funny little
Yeah.
sequence, and then I'm pretty sure those were lizard.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so if you know anything about the behind the scenes of the Sonic movie, you know what I mean. And if you don't, then don't worry about it until after you've seen the movie. Okay, so then let's see. Going into it, I feel like they just jumped into the movie right away, giving us something fun to watch, right? And then it was funny, but I also kind of felt a little bad too because I'm like what are they doing to our boy Sonic? And I was like, oh yeah, just you wait until he until he protects the Earth from being blown up. You know,
Yeah, right.
like he'll be the world's greatest hero. Deku, stand aside. Oh, what happened? Houston? Oh, ah, okay. Well, anyways, so yeah, so Sonic went through some things in this movie that some of them were funny, some of them were a little laughable. I think
Back.
that whoa, are you back?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, there you are. Sorry, I don't know what happened, but I was just saying I need to jump off, and I'm going to jump back on shortly.
Okay, so you're leaving now,
Yeah,
or you came
I'll
back?
be back in just a few. No, I'll be
Okay,
back in just a few.
all right
All
then.
right.
Right. So Sonic. I get Houston will tell you himself as well shortly afterwards, but Sonic has gone through some things in this movie. I think some of them were funny, some of them were a little cringy, but in a funny way, so mildly cringy. You get introduced to some other characters. These characters, all I can say is these characters have no regards for the humans at all, at all, and I don't know. There's just something really funny about it. There's a mixture of them trying to disguise themselves and then not really caring who sees them. I guess, as you probably saw in the trailer, they have like the little South Park looking clothes, and but there's also a trailer that shows them not in costumes at all. And at a certain point, who cares, right? The Sonic is gonna be the world renowned hero, anyways, and so I think that it's weird. The first movie tried to portray Sonic as a kid, which is where a lot of this is coming from. He's very how do you say a free well, he's always free spirited. He is kind of stubborn. Well, how do I say this? He's just childish, okay? He's really childish. And then in the first movie he's got a childish nature. In the second movie I feel like he's almost more childish because he is no longer alone. He kind of sort of like just he's a little spoiled almost. um and in this movie I guess they're trying to transition from that to him sort of growing up a little bit and being because he wants to be a hero for personal reasons, and maybe he got that spark from fighting Robotnik in the first movie. But on his journey of trying to become a hero, he's kind of sort of mixing in a little bit of Spider-Man. Yeah, hyperactive. There you go. Well, yeah, he's still hyperactive regardless, but his mindset is he is maturing throughout the movie. I think as the scale of the things he's dealing with grows, then his maturity grows a little bit as well, and maybe Tails has an influence on that too, and Knuckles in a way. Tails, his thing is kind of okay. So in the trailers, they say how we're returning to form with Knuckles because he's not just an idiot, a joke. Um, the same thing kind of with Tails. It's like they're trying to redo his storyline, his character arc, and I'm okay with that. It's very subtle, but there's clearly room to progress it further in the future. And Knuckles is definitely not an idiot. I think in some ways people could still call him an idiot, but that would not really be the accurate description. If anything, I would say Knuckles is more of a fish out of water, and he is a warrior. To him, um, that lifestyle is like all he knows, and then you just come to Earth where everything is just advanced or really chill, and that's where the whole Drax thing comes in, where he doesn't understand what you're saying or what you're talking about, but he adapts, I think, mostly. There's he oh man, he has no regard for when I said they didn't have any regard for like the humans, and part of that is just because they just come to this world and just do whatever they want. At the very least, Sonic has the ability to fix whatever he does because he's so fast. And I'm like, good, as long as you can undo whatever you did, that's fine. The other characters just, it's like Grand Theft Auto with Sonic, you know? And, oh, great. Knuckles is Drax confirmed. No, I would say Drax is a little dumber. Because Knuckles, he has, I don't think he has the inability to understand what a joke is, or the inability to understand like sarcasm. Drax takes everything literally. Knuckles takes everything seriously. That's what his thing is. Is he takes everything too seriously, and he keeps a straight face, and he doesn't look stupid. He just looks very serious. It's funny because of that, but it's also really cool. So it's like you can't hate the guy. He's such a lovable character regardless. And it's really hard to talk about, um but can he turn invisible? He no. Okay. He does not. Wait, does he? Does Knuckles chuckle in this movie? He does a little humph at some point, you know, but chuckle? No, I don't think he chuckles at all. In fact, I think that he comes off as much more intimidating than in his game um, introduction. His game introduction, he seems kind of it's almost like he's helping Robotnik, and he's like, "Yeah, take this." And in this one, he's everybody needs to watch out for Knuckles, because Knuckles is not that guy you want to mess with. However, it is very clear, especially later on, that he is definitely naive, because he has too good of a heart. It's you can I don't know. People were saying in the trailers like, why is Knuckles a bad guy now? People who don't know like the backstory of the characters, but he's clearly not a bad guy. You can tell that it's like with Shadow and Sonic Adventure 2, you couldn't tell that Shadow wasn't a bad guy. You started getting hints of it from his flashbacks. But with Knuckles, you can tell he's not a bad guy. He thinks that what he's doing is right. Why is he doing what he's doing? There is a much more complicated reason than you think. Not like Rubik's Cube complicated, but it's that point that I was trying to drive earlier, that if you're basing your judgment of the characters off of the games, it that gets you maybe like 60% of the way, and then the movie does an extra 40% its own way, that it wants to decide to like it just they I've never seen any of the Sonic universe reference the game lore, but then also not reference it at the same time so much. No, not reference it, but not follow it, I guess. the movie has its own lore, basically. It has its own lore that is familiar, but it's its own lore, and I guess I'm okay with that. It's just I'm giving you a heads up because you don't want to go into the movie being like, hey, what the heck, or isn't it supposed to be like this, or no, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. That whatever you know about the lore and the games, there's only like there was only like one thing I heard them say about the lore where it was implied, and then I realized like, oh, okay, I know what this means because I know the lore, but that's only because they're using it as an implication, whereas everything else they're telling it to you for the first time, and even then I don't even know if some of it is true. In the universe of the movies, they're exploring some kind of lore, and I even within the movies I'm like, is this something that we're gonna find out might not be 100% true later, or is this like I don't know, but it was interesting. I'm definitely interested in seeing more of it. Oh, I already got the new universe, new rules mindset for this. Yeah, you better. Uh, so what else can I really say about this? When you get to the snowboarding that you've seen in the trailer, that's when the movie, in my opinion, really picks up. Uh, that was a really great scene. Labyrinth Zone. I'm just gonna call them by zones because they already showed you the location, so you'll know what I mean. But Ice Cap Zone, Labyrinth Zone, uh, I guess you could call it Hidden Palace. I don't know. That's the best comparison I can make. Ice Cap, Labyrinth, Hidden Palace. Um, what Doom? No, what is it? Death Egg Zone or Doomsday? Whatever you would refer to as fighting the giant mech. Those were all great. It got great when in the first movie how most of it was just Sonic just kind of goofing off, and then at the end you get a boss fight. Sonic is fighting Robotnik's ship, and you're thinking finally they're kind of sort of revving up the action. And here there's going to be more action because you've seen explosions and robots flying around and stuff, but they haven't actually shown you what the fighting looks like, or what it looks like for them to actually fight the robots and stuff. And it's not like insane or anything like holy smack but it was much more pleasing. It's something I wanted to see in the first movie, but I guess they have to ease in the new audiences too. I'm glad that I got to see them actually move around and do things for a change, especially when certain characters are on the screen at the same time, and the imagery just makes it feel more familiar, like a Sonic game, but on the big screen. And that's when it got crazy because in the first half of it, you're it's like with Sonic 1 where you're like, wow, Sonic's on the big screen, but I get it. But it still just feels like an adaptation, a movie. And then you really get into it, and then you're like, what does half of the audience here even like understand that this is what the games look like a lot of the times? Well, I mean, I'm sure they do. All the people who were there are probably big Sonic fans, but over time, as this movie comes out and more casual viewers see it, I'm just wondering like, what are their thoughts of this movie? What are like people who know about Sonic but aren't really big into it? I wonder what it's like actually focusing on Sonic, because usually I feel like Sonic is just something they see in the corner of their eye and like, oh, that's Sonic, I know him, and then they just kind of keep going. Or like the people I've seen react to the trailers. I mean, I can't wait to see some people react to this movie who are not usually people who talk about Sonic a lot like we do. Like we talk about Sonic, of course we're gonna love the movie, but let's say like you're watching like the Normies or RTTV or Blind Wave or something. They don't generally talk about Sonic, but if they saw this movie and talked about it, like what would their perspective be? They don't. I don't know. All I gotta say is I wonder what the cover of this movie is gonna be, because you see the cover here on Rotten Tomatoes, the one that looks like Sonic 2's cover, and I really hope that that's actually the cover. But I feel like it would more likely be that big one with the Clash, the red and the blue, with the big ring in the middle, just because it feels more like it matches Sonic 1's box art. I don't know. I I was supposed to, let's see. I was going to stream myself coloring the drawing that I did of Robotnik and Knuckles, and I still plan to. The only thing is I wait. Where is it? Do I have to open it first or something? How about now? If I do that, I won't be able to look at the chat and make sure you guys aren't being spammed with naked hedgehogs. I don't even. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, this picture here, I added like color references that I'm gonna use for it. I want to color it, but maybe I should wait until more hosts show up that can help monitor the comments a little bit more. Um, because this way I can't see anything, and I know you're looking forward to it. It would have been so funny if this uh like, could you imagine if I made this like a thumbnail and someone said I was spoiling the movie, and I was like, you don't even know what's in the movie. Like, we thought we knew what was gonna happen in the movie, and we could make some lucky guesses, but I guess maybe what happened was when they were pitching the idea of the story before doing the final script, maybe they just talked about all the things that we would expect to happen, and purposely we're like, okay, well then let's change that so people won't expect it. I don't know. Oh no, I'm moving it around. That's what I get for using the mouse in a small space over here, pressing buttons. Wait, did it go? It went black? Wait, so if I go like this, oh no, that's funny. I didn't know that it just turned black if I minimize it. But yeah, so I'll wait for more people to show up, and then I'll color in the background while they're talking and stuff. I actually don't know. Houston, when are you coming back? So Gio, when are you seeing the movie? Let me see who else is here. Shalise, why are you even looking at? I'm messaging the other members here to see who else is available, because half of them are watching the movie right now. And Shalise is looking at the messages. Shalise, to get off your phone. You're watching the movie. She started the movie probably about an hour and a half ago. She is literally right at the part where it's getting good. You need to look away from your phone, Shalise. You might get I might post a picture of a spoiler. I'm not gonna post a picture of a spoiler. That would be so rude. You know what? What if Luke doesn't even know that we're here? So I have no idea what they're gonna do for the Knuckles series. I'm going to assume that it's going to be like a backstory kind of thing with maybe like 6 episodes. In order for them to keep the budget, I would imagine that that's what they would have to do anyways, is keep it short. But also, I can't. It would be hard for me to picture them doing something new with Knuckles now after the way the movie has ended, without, because there's already a Sonic 3 announced, and I'm just saying that it doesn't. I mean, they could do whatever, I guess, but Oh, I know what they could do. It would feel really weird. I don't know how to explain it. It would just they have like a little comic, uh, a prologue comic for the movie that I think we're supposed to be reading soon. But I'm also guessing Knuckles series will be a prequel. Yeah, it makes the most sense. I feel like there's a lot there. The movies are diving more into the lore, so it would only make sense that maybe the Knuckles series would give us more of the lore. I even let's put it this way: when you're watching the first movie, you still have a lot of questions, right? They establish some things, but then you once the movie ends, you're like, well, what does this mean, or how does this work? And the second movie, they give you more information, but and establish more things, but there's still more questions, and maybe the series can answer those questions, or maybe they'll just ignore them forever. Like we still don't know where the rings come from or how they do they know it works. So I imagine it's one of those things where they're just like, eh, they're in the Sonic has rings. That's the answer. Like who cares? But Sad AM gave us origins for rings, kind of, sort of. They come from this crystal that in turn has no origin. In Sonic X, the rings are just made of energy because Tails can just make them. So I don't know. I feel like it has to be important at some point, right? Because I don't know. I can't talk about it. I don't know. I want to see Flickies though. There's no Flickies in the movie. Maybe that's a spoiler, but there's no Flickies, no little animals. We need those little animals. We got Badniks. We need more Badniks. Little animals powering Badniks. Also, Jim Carrey supposedly says that he's going to retire from acting after this. But Sonic 3 is already announced. Is he not in Sonic 3? Stop it. How do you come back with a different account but the same name? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Sonic 3, I was gonna form some how should I say? I was gonna form some theories of Sonic 3 based on my theories of Sonic 2. Now I can't even form theories about Sonic 3. I even after seeing the movie. Just because I feel like well, I can't talk about any theories until we start talking about spoilers, so I need you to see the movie. Go see the movie and come back. Uh I really hope Jim doesn't retire before Sonic 3. I do too. I mean, I feel like at least do a third movie. He needs to get fat. At least if you get fat, you can recast him. But then Jeff Fowler says that, or not Jeff Fowler, but the producers, they were saying that they don't want to recast him if Jim Carrey retires. And I'm like, well, I would rather you recast the character than to just not continue the character. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Because I don't know, we just barely met Robotnik, and this is the most Robotnik he's been so far. But it's just it makes it feel like this is the only time he was actually Robotnik. The first movie was his origin story, and this movie he was Robotnik. Great, but he's a staple villain of the series. You can't just get rid of him. You got to do something. Like I don't know how this is gonna work. There's a lot of characters I have a hard time understanding how they're gonna make them in the movie. Like if like say I'm gonna just list off different characters. I don't want you taking any sort of implications from them as someone who's seen the movie. But see, okay, like Amy, for example, how would she look in the movies? Because of her design. Especially she wears clothes. I feel like she would just look like in the games, but are they gonna do her hair like how they did Knuckles' hair? Because Knuckles has dreadlocks, but she's also a hedgehog. She would have quills, so there's that. Okay, and then let's say um, Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic is a robot. I could picture him in the movies. He would probably look exactly like in the games. Maybe a little more details here and there, but modern Metal Sonic has all these details to him. So all I got to do is make him shiny, and robots are easy to do in a live action movie. They're not flexible. You just have them move around unnatural. Like, okay, so then what about Team Chaotix? Well, we talked about this before. Team Chaotix like has scales and all this weird stuff going on, and I think that it would look kind of creepy, but it could work maybe. I want him to be cast by Markiplier. Robotnik? I mean, I guess if he's gonna have all that makeup and everything, anyways, doesn't matter. We could actually have Mike Pollock by then. I know he wanted to do it, and Jim Carrey sounds like Mike Pollock whenever he talks all growly and silly and stuff. So Mike Pollock could get in the makeup. Could be like a time skip or something. I don't know. Um, let's see. You see, who else? If you saw Chaos in the movie, how would that look with the water effects? Would that be too expensive? Maybe would it look weird because water is mostly see through unless it's like really, um, dang it, shallow when it's not deep or when it is deep. Point is when there's a lot of water is when it's hard to see through. But if he's not going to be that uh, like he'd be pretty see through. I think if they did it in a live action movie, it would just look weird. It'd be hard to do with the lighting effects and everything for a whole movie. And I really would like them to do Chaos, but I don't expect to ever see Chaos. Um, let's see. If they introduced Shadow, how would he look? He has the weird red things on the corner of his eyes, but Sonic's eyes are different in the movies. I really wish they did Sonic's eyes shaped kind of like Knuckles' eyes, actually, because at least then it would kind of look like the same shape, even if they are connected. And I mean, I guess in this movie they kind of do that a little bit. They give him like the more of the scowl or whatever you call it, and he looks a little bit more like his game face. So I just need him to make that face more often, because if you've seen like the fan art of like what Shadow would look like in the movies, he just looks a little too cutesy. I don't know. By the way, hi Speedy. I don't know what you're doing in the comments and not over here. You've seen the movie. You should be helping me talk to someone so I'm not talking to myself. It's probably like, but I'm gonna talk about it on my channel. You could do both. I just watched the movie for the second time. See, this is why you should be on here. You're better than everyone here. You've seen the movie twice already. You could talk about it more. You probably noticed the Sonic OVA reference in the movie. Or not. But and then there's a Sonic X reference, and that I was so adamant about it not being a Sonic X reference, and then they said that it might be a Sonic X reference, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm over here talking about what the characters would look like if they introduced them, because they want to do this expanded Sonic cinematic universe, but they're talking about not replacing Jim Carrey if Jim Carrey retires, and Jim Carrey's talking about retiring. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And you're over here talking about you're going to see it again tomorrow. Well, good for you. I'm going to see it again tomorrow. Where do you live? Let's go watch it together. I have work tomorrow, but I'll just tell them I can't, and I got to go see the Sonic movie. They'll understand. I mean, I guess if Robotnik doesn't come back, we can focus on Gun. I mean, I work tomorrow too. Yeah, but you don't work all day, do you? Don't answer that. I don't wanna. I don't wanna know what kind of corners you're cutting. Oh, I know what I should do. I'm going to. No, no, no. Wait. Close this. Close that. Oh, by the way, hey Speedy. You know, I don't know if you were there when we were talking about the reviews and stuff before. Let me refresh the page actually and see where are we at now. Oh, we went. Oh man. Well, no, it's still good though. I don't need to say oh man. The Sonic 2 movie has hit 99% with the audience. It was 99%. It went up to 100, went back down to 99%. But look how selfish I am for for being like, oh, it's back down to 99%. There we go. Let me see what some of these reviews say now. Despite the predictable nature of the sequel, the film is just charming, endearing, and full of heart. While not as hilarious as the original movie, the follow-up has an innocent quality that is joyful. I think it is equally hilarious, or more so, because of Knuckles, actually. The first movie was funny because of Robotnik. This movie is funny because of Knuckles. Fowler has made a fun movie filled with delightful characters that moves at a clip and never feels like its sole interest is your wallet. I do agree with that. Uh, in a subgenre of video game adaptations known for churning out unwatchable movies, there's something to be said about a franchise that establishes its own rules and plays by them. Whatever that means. I'm just excited and happy that a movie based on a video game actually did stuff based on the video games. I mean, oh, is that Andre? Yeah, makes sense. He would definitely love this movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is too much story for a 2-hour film aimed at kids, and there is not enough of the individual pieces to make any part of it compelling. And this is where I'm getting at whenever I say that the critics don't know what they're talking about, because this movie is not just aimed at kids, it's aimed at Sonic fans. A lot of us can be anywhere from kids to 30 years old. And there are parts aimed at kids, but the whole movie is not aimed at kids. It's a movie is based off of stuff from the games, and I don't remember having a problem with it in the games, so I don't know what they're talking about. So it's stuff like that. Like I don't have a problem with what they said. I just don't think that a lot of the stuff they're saying makes sense. Agent Stone could replace Robotnik. He was really savage in the prequel comic. He was. We still need to do a dub of the prequel comic, but he was pretty savage in it for sure. And here's Speedy. Thank you for joining. You know what would be really great, Speedy, is if Houston was still here, because he had Knuckles as an icon, and I'm a fox, so.
I love the grapes.
You know that's not even a movie original thing, too?
What, the grapes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's always been his favorite food.
Yeah. Likes grapes and is shy around girls.
Okay, the shy around girls thing I didn't know until you right now. So
yeah. I learned that back in like Sonic Adventure 2. Not in Sonic Adventure 2, but like it was part of his bio or whatever.
No, how's it go? How's it going, Gio?
Oh man. Here, you can read some of these.
Oh, I was just reading these in my Sonic voice, actually, like right before I joined.
What is? Ooh. Is that a flea? Man, get out of here, Flea.
That flea is unskilled and unworthy.
What was it? It's untrained.
Untrained and unworthy.
You're unskilled, untrained, and unworthy. I've been training for this my entire life. He's so serious. He's not Drax. I don't think he's Drax.
I don't think
Like-
so either. I
No.
love how serious he is that it comes off funny.
Yeah. Like it's weird. Like they made him funny in a way that kind of makes him look stupid, but then it doesn't actually make him look stupid because I'm like, no, he doesn't. It's not that he's stupid. He's just serious.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get what's happening because it's like a culture shock more so than stupidity.
Yeah. So this is spoiler free or what? What is this?
This is currently spoiler free. I'm not going into the spoiler chat just yet. I might not even. I mean, will you still be here in like 2.5 hours?
I mean, I'll probably be recording.
I see. Because Luis and Shalise are watching the movie right now. And I'm going to chat with them later tonight. And I'm trying to decide if we should do a spoiler chat at the end and tell everyone to leave, in which case we'll probably have 0 viewers at that point. Or if I should just wait until we do the podcast recording. Because guess what? We're going to do a podcast in like a week actually talking about the movie, like as a whole group.
Sadly, when you guys do it on Wednesday, I probably won't even be able to because I got to work the next 2 Wednesdays.
I don't know if it's going to be a Wednesday or not because Luis was trying to do it on Sunday, but the thing is that not everybody's available at the same time on Sunday. So we might record it like on Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday.
If it's Thursday, I'll be down for that.
Yeah, because I want to get everybody's opinions on this. I know what I should have done while I was over here talking. I should have. Oh wait, spoilers could be on YouTube. I don't even know what all you could see there.
I do not see grapes on my computer.
Wait. Hold on. Let me do that instead. Okay, so whenever okay, good. Okay, so even if I open up another tab, it doesn't change it. Good. Because I was opening up another tab on YouTube, and then I realized, oh wait, what if my YouTube shows spoilers? I need to be careful.
Very.
Miguel says, so I take it Nell is not happy about it. Who? Who's that, Speedy?
Who? What?
Who is this that Miguel is talking about?
So I take it Nel Mano is not happy about it. I don't know who Nel Mano is. Who is that?
Oh, is it one of the reviews? Oh, yeah, it's one of the reviews. There's nothing especially creative here. What?
Okay,
Lies.
and
That's a lie. Okay, I take issue with that particular statement.
there's nothing especially creative here. You sound like a hater.
Is that
Later,
a,
hater.
Oh my god, that's such a weird line to say. The first time he said it, it was okay. The second time he said it, I was like,
I
huh.
don't know. I got a laugh out of it, to be honest.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just
You
saying.
might want to fix the chat. There's some
The spam again.
yeah.
Yeah, they're obsessed with us. They like us a little too much. I mean, I blocked them, so they are really like obsessed with coming back, in different accounts. It seems.
It's gonna be my new line.
What?
Later, haters.
Don't do that. That's one of the things that was cringy.
I mean, honestly, me and my mom got a laugh out of it. So
That doesn't make it not cringy to say though. That was partly why it was funny, is because it was cringy.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Now then, Jack Black as
Nope.
as
Robotnik? No.
Metal Sonic.
No.
I'm joking.
Um,
I had so much fun though. Yesterday, actually, after the movie ended and stuff, we were leaving. Few people were actually geeking out that I was a Sonic YouTuber.
oh boy. Here we go again. Tell us about it, Speedy.
Well, the first time it was, I was with my dad at the event screening. And my dad was like, "You got YouTube?" And the dude was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, well, my son's a YouTuber. You should check out his channel and stuff like that." And him and his girlfriend, they looked over at me, and I just go, "Hi," like just wave. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so and so, and I love your shoes," and yeah.
When was this? This is yesterday, right?
This is yesterday.
Yeah, or advanced screening. I think it's weird that we even have an advanced screening because they make it seem like like it's special. We're seeing it early, but we're actually not seeing it early.
Yeah.
Because we had to avoid spoilers because so many people saw it before us.
And so the second time was actually a kid. Actually, he was with his mom, and pretty much we were taking pictures at with the standee and stuff like that. And the mom was like, "Oh, how'd you get the ring and all that?" Because I had brought one of my rings with me. And my dad told her, "Oh, he does. He's a YouTuber, and he's a Sonic YouTuber." And the little kid flipped out. You're a Sonic YouTuber. You're a Sonic, and yeah.
Too short. Too short. Too short. How's this? Too
I
bad.
can't tell if it's the squash green looking slime. Does that mean the review's bad?
Yeah.
Then Mortally Stormer, you have problems.
Can I do this without showing the screen?
I recommend that you get help.
Wait, tabs.
Oh god, I'm so tired.
How do I change this? Okay. By the way, do you like the background?
Yeah.
Okay, we got a little bit of...
I'm gonna go watch the movie again.
There we go. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
There we go. I should have did this from the beginning. There you go. Now let me get a little less quiet in here.
I'm gonna go watch it again.
Well, you said that already, Speedy.
I don't know. I want to watch it like so many more, honestly.
Just gonna waste all that money.
Yes.
They need all the money they can get, honestly. The bigger the budget, the better it seems to be. Because the first movie didn't receive the profit it deserved because of the pandemic. And the second movie did this great, I think. So
the movie already made so much money and it wasn't even out everywhere yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what do you think? No, I can't ask you that. Dang it.
This is one day ago from Deadline, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 to keep spring thing going with 50 million plus start box office preview.
I was going to say, what do you think that the next Sonic movie will be about? But it's a dumb question. No, I guess it's a dumb question. Not because
I already know because yeah.
it's not because of the obvious reason. It's because of the not so obvious reason though. For me, because even like when I was watching it with my wife, I'm like I don't know how they're gonna make this movie.
I know.
I don't understand how they're gonna do without Robotnik.
Because
I
Metal
was
Sonic's
like,
gonna show up and he's gonna start flossing.
oh yeah, if Sonic doesn't do it, and it's got to be someone else, right?
Yep.
They're gonna pass it on. Amy's gonna floss next. You know who? You know who would floss in a Sonic movie, and I would be perfectly okay with it.
Victor, Espio,
Mm,
Charmy.
you were close. I don't know why you didn't say Charmy first.
I don't know. For some reason, my mind just automatically went to the Chaotix.
You just said you just saw them all as one entity. but yeah, Charmy. If Charmy flossed, I'd be like, fine, it's Charmy. And the first
Have
movie,
you read the prequel comic?
I have.
Yeah. So did you see the cameo that they had?
Yes.
And it's funny because nobody really brought up Charmy, but you can see Charmy's in there. You just see his antennas.
Yeah. Well, you see the whole Chaotix, Vector, Charmy, and Espio, just in the background, and so like there's clearly an intention that they. I feel like I can't tell if that means that they'll be in the movies eventually, or
maybe
if that,
maybe the TV show.
I feel like maybe they won't appear because it's like, well, they're not going to be in the movie, so we might as well put them in the comics just to kind of sort
Give
of
'em a
say that
cameo.
they were there at some point. Yeah, but I don't know.
I can see them being in the TV show. To be honest with you.
I could see them being in the TV show, or I could before, but now I feel like the TV show will be more of a prequel as well.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's going to be like a prequel kind of thing.
Well, yeah, and I think after seeing the movie, I picture it more as a prequel because it's hard for like they could do it as a sequel too. It's just I don't know where that would leave the rest of the characters. And
I can
so
see it as it's pretty much, isn't it supposed to be based on Knuckles?
yeah, it's a Knuckle. Yeah,
So
that's why it's a
maybe
Knuckles
it could
series.
be if it's a sequel, maybe it could be based on Knuckles trying to get used to human life and stuff like that.
I guess so, but then that means that makes it feel more like it would be like a little parody series though, like a mini series more so than an actual like series.
Yeah.
Like I'm expecting like I said before, like I'm expecting like 6 long episodes, and because that's all the budget would be able to call for, and it being backstory. I think I mean maybe the Chaotix might appear briefly, like in a background or something again, but I don't know. I don't know. That's another thing too. We haven't seen. We're just barely seeing Tails and Knuckles, and there's a lot of Sonic characters, and they already made a statement that things are not going to be in order. So like, we're probably like we could see. Could you imagine if we saw Rouge before Amy? That would be so weird.
Yeah.
I don't think they're. I don't even know if they're going to show Rouge in the movies. I don't think they can. They can't. No, they can't do Rouge in live action. They can't do it.
maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe
They'll make
they'll make style.
They have to. They might have to make 2 changes.
Yeah, I know. Sadly, this isn't a Japanese podcast, so I can't even mention it. I'm sorry, I had to make that joke, because of Sonic X.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh yeah. You think 4Kids was bad with their edits? Oh man. If Rouge was in a Sonic movie, I don't know if that would really help the Sonic series. They'll be like, oh, you're taking things way too far. If if Metal Sonic ever appeared in the movies, would you want him to be able to talk, or would you want him to stay on mute?
I don't know, honestly, because I honestly, to be honest, I love it when Metal Sonic talks, but at the same time, I love it when he's silent sometimes. So
Yeah,
it's a
because
bit of both.
he's got that mysterious factor to him, right?
Nah, it gives that more deadly serious kind of thing, like
Because you don't know what he's thinking.
yeah.
He just
And
kind
then
of
when
stares
Metal
at you.
Sonic talks, it's I just enjoy it, honestly. Like
You probably enjoy it because it's Ryan Drummond.
well, no, because I have a for my stuff, I actually have somebody who voices Metal Sonic for it and stuff like that. But I think that's okay. I think it's a bit of a 50-50
What does that have to do with anything?
because it's giving Metal Sonic a bit of more of a personality. Like he has a personality, but when you talk, it
I guess, but you don't really need to talk to have a personality.
No, I'm just saying it like expresses, a little bit more. That's why I'm kind of like 50-50 because I love it when he's muted, but I also like, when he talks. So
I forget who it was. Was it Houston or was it my wife that said something about like, what if we were joking about what if like the end credit scene was like Big the Cat or something?
that would have been hilarious.
I could see Big the Cat in the movies, but that would. Okay, here's the thing. Knuckles was much more intimidating to me in live action than he's ever been. Like I always thought that his design was the coolest design of anything ever. And then seeing him in the movie, I'm like, Knuckles. It just occurred to me that Knuckles is so dangerous that an average human being should be afraid of Knuckles the way you would be afraid of standing in front of a bull, you know? Because this is an animal that's stronger than you that can like break through your wall, and if it hits you, you could break your ribs and die. And I'm like, well, in the Sonic series, you don't think of that because all the characters have these crazy powers to begin with.
Yeah.
But in real life, in live action, I'm like, yeah, those fists can really do some damage, and this ain't a kids movie no more. So then I'm thinking about how dangerous Big the Cat would be in live action. Like we're over here talking about he's stupid and this and that. If you saw Big the Cat in real life, you would scream and run.
Somebody just had a screenshot of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie with the audience score being at 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I was showing that earlier, remember?
Yeah. Honestly, how do I add a review? Because honestly, I would want to pump it
Go
up a little bit.
go to the front page where it shows the scores and then scroll down a little bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. For anyone watching, if you've seen Sonic 2, leave a review. I don't think I've seen any negative reviews from the fans.
Yeah, honestly, it seems more positive.
It's a little biased though, if you think about it.
Why is it always the critics that are always giving the movies a hard time, if you notice?
Because they're not the target audience. They're randomized and they're just like, I don't. The only thing I don't understand is I do feel like if you're a reviewer, a critic of movies, and you know what the movie is aimed for,
Yeah, you
and
need to
it's
be
not
unbiased and stuff like
you
that.
need to, because I've seen people give it a negative review, and in their negative review they also say kids and fans will love this movie. I'm like, then give it a positive score. Give your opinion that you don't think it's Shakespeare valid, but also give it a positive score because the people who want to see the movie are the people who are going to be looking at this. People who want to go watch like Die Hard or something. I mean, not to say Sonic fans can't watch other movies, but like people who are primarily into those other kind of movies with deeper messages and stuff are not going to be the ones looking at this movie trying to see like, is it on par with that? No, you're going to be looking for kids and people who are fans of video games and people who are fans of more actiony stuff. You know,
How many posters did you get?
how many posters?
Yeah.
I got 2 posters and 2 comics.
Let's see, I got like 2 posters. One was the half Sonic, half Knuckles, and then the other one was the Sonic speeding around. And the top it shows like Sonic and Knuckles fighting and Tails. And then like I think
Did you get the cups?
Yeah, I got like 2 of them. I got Sonic and Tails. I didn't see a
there's only-
Knuckles, sadly.
There is only 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got both of them. Plus, I
why
got
are
like
the-
4 comics.
Wait a minute. I didn't even show those off yet. You want to show off your comics?
My camera's not working, sadly.
How do you run a YouTube channel?
I mean, I don't use my camera like that. I use it for the VTuber model.
I think you just gave away a secret. Oh, the wife is home. Hello, wife.
Hello. Oh, are you recording?
No, we're live.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Hello.
We're talking about the Sonic 2 movie.
Oh, yeah, it was good. I had fun. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for putting those figures together, by the way.
What figures?
The figures from the cups.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, because they're on like these stands, right?
Yeah.
I kept them in the plastic wrappers, like 'cause I fell asleep last night. And when I woke up today, my wife was already at work, and I saw that she put the figures on the stands. I was like, "Oh, cool, thank you."
You got Chick-fil-A without me?
Yeah,
Dang, that's messed up.
she
man.
was at work and I wasn't. No, I was gonna buy Subway for us when she got home, and look, she came home with food too. Although I feel like she's probably planning to like share. So.
No, that's mine. I was going to share that.
Oh,
And then she found out you got Chick-fil-A, so you just screwed yourself over.
that's not fair at all.
It is fair. You got Chick-fil-A.
I was by myself. Did you know the
Oh, spoiler alert. I'm just joking. I'm not going to do
Oh.
that. I'm not mean.
spoiler
I'm not
alert?
mean to you guys. I won't spoil anything.
I already
Yeah.
spoiled it. I said Metal Sonic shows up and he starts, flossing.
Oh yeah, Metal Sonic. Mocha, look, our cat's happy that she's home because she's the favorite.
You know what's funny is they only had one left for Tails, and it was the display cup.
Wait, they only had one what left?
They only had one Tails left.
The because you said, hold on, wait, why can't I control the volume? I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Uh-oh, I done goofed. Okay, well, Speedy, you could talk to the audience. I can't hear you right now.
Da 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 da. Hello, audience. Nick,
For a second.
Nickelodeon. So I was sitting in the theater, and then all of a sudden, Eggman showed up. So I just started blasting. And then I pulled out the peanut butter and threw it across the room and hit Eggman in the face with it. And that's how I won. So yeah, that's how I won my fight with Eggman. With the power of peanut butter. Da 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 da. Do do do. I
can-
want grapes.
I can hear now, and I didn't hear you talking at all. You were just being all quiet.
Then after that, I threw it across the room and hit Eggman in the face with the peanut butter jar. And that's how I won my fight.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So
Okay. Oh, I did forget all about that. Peanut butter.
Yeah, I was talking about my victory over Eggman with the
Oh man.
power of peanut butter.
Without spoiling it, what did you think about Sonic's victory over Eggman?
Oh, I thought that was amazing.
Was that the best part of the film for you, or did you have another favorite part?
Post credits.
Mm. I would. I
Did your audience go wild?
See, today's audience said remain quiet. I was the only one shouting.
Oh.
I was shouting. Well, I shouted only once, but like because it was already kind of loud, and it was when Robotnik was defeated or close to that, and I'm like that was one of my favorite parts of the movie. The after
Oh,
credit
well,
scene.
before Eggman was
Really
defeated,
good.
I don't
I
know.
shouted so hard in the theater.
I
And then yesterday, everybody was clapping. Today, it was
I
just
almost
crickets.
shouted something in the after credit scene too, but I can't even tell you what I almost shouted because that would be a spoiler. Stop.
I think I shouted. Actually, now
Biggest
I think
fan.
about it, I shouted yesterday and I shouted today because of the post credits.
I wasn't gonna shout at first because that's kind of cringy to me, but then I'm like,
I don't
yeah,
care about
whatever.
cringe. So
Well, yeah, because you're there and this is like a lifelong thing, whatever. So I'm like, of course I'm gonna be super happy about it. So let me go ahead and howl for a little bit.
No.
Movie. So TN get TN on the movie.
ultimate power. That's all I'm gonna say.
TN says that the movie. What did she say? Oh my god, the movie was so good. Heart, 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 heart. And that's how
Yes.
many Sonic characters I have seen on the big screen.
Yes.
Anyways, it's okay if you didn't give me some Chick-fil-A.
The Chick-fil-A was like
That's
way
fine.
earlier.
It's okay. I already have the.
We are not
Besides,
sponsored by
my
these
revenge
restaurants.
My revenge will come to you.
Speak for yourself. I'm sponsored by Sonic. No, I'm
He interrupted your joke.
He didn't trip my joke.
It would have made so much sense too. Say it.
I don't want
She
to
told
repeat.
she told me because I didn't get her Chick-fil-A. She said it's okay. Her revenge will come when I least expect it. And I assume you were gonna call me Fox. Right?
What?
You were gonna call me Fox?
Yeah, okay, Fox Boy, whatever.
Well, yeah, because it would have fit with the joke, and I'm a fox, so
Oh yeah, I forgot.
yeah. So you're married to a fox, you furry.
Okay.
Well, we don't know what you are. You're probably like also a fox or something.
I'm a Toyota.
Oh my god, you're dead.
Yeah, I know.
Did I
That's-
hear Yoda? Did I hear that correctly?
She said Ukiura
Oh.
it's from Bleach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I heard Yoda like Star Wars.
Ukiura.
Toyota.
Oh, Ukiura. Oh, remember when I drew a picture of Big the Cat as Aizen?
Oh my lord.
I think so.
Can you please redraw that?
I'll try
in the
to.
live stream? I
The
want to
the
see
joke,
that
the
live.
inside joke for
Oh
anyone.
my, can you draw him like colored, please?
Sure.
Oh, and then like
Define what you
and
mean by
then-
color.
And then find Sonic characters that can be Toasted and Gin.
Okay.
What is he? Or
The reason why I did that in the first place was because the voice actor for Big the Cat voices like a major villain in Bleach.
Aizen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he knows.
Oh, well, yeah, because I said the name Aizen a second ago,
I
but
know you said it.
I didn't know if he knew about
Well,
Bleach.
I also watch Bleach, so
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna bold so the anxiety for tomorrow doesn't kill me. Adios. Anxiety. Oh, because he's watching the movie tomorrow. Good luck. Well, not good luck, but
Have fun.
there you go. Have fun, Gio.
I'm watching it 3 times.
He's watched it twice already. I've only watched it once.
How has he seen it twice?
He went twice, I guess.
I got okay. First one I paid for the event screening, which was yesterday, and I watched it with my dad. Today I watched it with the sweepstake tickets I won,
Oh, that's cool.
so I took my mom.
Nice.
The sweepstakes tickets were for today.
Well, they were originally supposed to be for the event screening, but they were like, "Oh, well, we don't have a you don't live within a 20 or 30 miles from a theater like AMC and stuff like that. So we'll just give you free tickets. So when the
So
movie
how did you
drops,
see it yesterday
I bought them.
from the AMC theater that you don't live close to, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
You traveled over 30 miles to watch the movie.
It's like a 30 or 40 minute drive.
He's
You
committed.
so
Very
you
committed.
drove 1 mile a minute.
I didn't drive.
Oh, you
He
ran.
ran.
He ran.
I don't drive. I don't do that whole driving thing.
He ran. That's how committed he is.
he's
Mhm.
he's like, yeah, I don't drive. Like, what the heck?
Sonic's
I'm
my
like in a
roommate.
car.
Sonic's my roommate. I rode on his back.
Oh, you didn't ask him to use his rings?
No, because
You know
for
how
some reason my Sonic doesn't do that.
I think it's weird that they use the rings to like teleport to different places when
I
clearly
don't.
chaos control is a thing.
Well, I think you can only do that if you have like the emerald and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but you don't need to if you have rings.
I mean, the rings. I think they got the rings from the comics. To be honest with you,
Why not the games?
Alright.
because the games didn't really have warp rings.
Yeah, they did.
Not really,
Yeah,
unless
they
it
did.
led into the special stage.
Yeah, unless it led into the special stage or led between stages. From what is it? 3D Blast.
Where are the other?
You know what? I didn't play 3D Blast, so I wouldn't know. Joke's on you. I didn't know.
Yeah, and what about the gold rings at the end of all the stages in the 3D games?
They're just goals.
Yeah, but they're usually at dead ends.
Yeah, but it
In
doesn't mean
Sonic
that they
06?
teleported.
In Sonic 06, they're like portals. They're
Yeah, but
clearly
those weren't rings. Those
they
were
were
just portals.
ring portals.
No, they were silver.
No, what are you talking about?
What are
I'm
you
talking
talking about?
I'm talking about the rings you go to enter the stages.
Yeah, they're silver.
Whatever. So there's silver rings.
They're not gold. I love gold.
Are you okay?
That was an Austin.
Where is
Power-
Houston?
That was an Austin Power reference.
I'm waiting on Houston this whole time because I want to hear more what his input is as well, and he hasn't come back. I might just come back later
Dang.
tonight when Luis is here.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
well.
actually gonna work on a video where it's Sonic and his friends go on a cruise.
Oh man, I've already
And-
seen an episode of that.
and the boat sinks.
You know, I will say this though, before we wrap things up here. I'll probably show off the cups and the posters and comic and stuff like later tonight, or sometime in the future, or maybe when we do collections thing. I don't know, but whoa, your avatar turned green for a second. Anyways, in the movie, there's one thing I want to point out is that they did make me realize that I've never thought about how running on water is not so straightforward.
Yeah.
Like usually you just run on water. I'm like, cool, it's running on water. But then you realize, wait a minute, the ocean has lots of waves and stuff, especially when crazy stuff's going on. And then on top of it, if you mess up, then you fall in the water and that's it. Game over.
Game
Oh,
over, man.
I do have one criticism though. They have a lot of songs in this movie, and not one of them is from Sonic. That's a shame.
Yeah.
I think that like there needs to be like a fan edit, like a Sonic movie Kai, where somebody edits certain scenes but with Sonic music.
Hi.
Oh, you actually turned on your camera. Oh, there's the Sonic one. Did you get the Tails one too? There it is. You're showing Tails on both of them. There you go. kinda.
Oh wait, hold on. I need a second here.
There's something I wanted to point out too. For some reason, their shoes are red.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But yes, these are the cups.
Yeah.
And these are the comics.
So yeah, it's the same comic, right? Why do you have 4? You have 2 posters, but 4 comics.
Because my mom and dad gave me their comics.
Well, what happened to the other posters?
They're in the back.
Why'd you only get 2 posters?
Because they didn't give out posters yesterday for some reason. I guess we got there late.
They're upside
so-
down.
Oh,
I
I knew
don't.
that.
I don't have that one. I've seen the image of that online, but I don't have that.
So there's this one. And then we get this
I
one.
have that one.
So if you got a normal movie ticket, you have this one. You get this one.
Oh,
But if you have the DX stuff, you get this one.
I see. So you're saying if I see the movie again, I'll get the Sonic and Knuckles poster?
Yeah, if you bought the normal ticket instead of the DX ticket.
What is the DX ticket?
DX ticket is like a bigger theater room, pretty much. And tomorrow, I'm taking this with me.
What's that? Blanket?
It's a throw blanket. And come here. Trying to reach it. Yes. Now
So
all
that's-
I need is Knuckles.
So this has nothing to do with the movie, right? This is
Oh,
just.
Did you tell us about the guy in the theater who had the knuckle gloves?
Oh yeah, and he was like, I didn't expect him to either. He was like a grown man, like
He had Knuckles gloves.
Yeah.
That sounds dope.
I went to go sit down. I turned around. I was like, "Yo, I like the Knuckles gloves." He's like, "Thanks." Big old like Knuckles fists with spikes and everything.
Yeah, they sell those. I think online. I remember seeing them at
They
an
sh-
anime store before.
They should make like actual boxing gloves with Knuckles' like spikes on them.
Yeah, how they used to do the Hulk gloves.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
then it would look authentic enough. They're just gloves, and boxing gloves exist in real life.
Yeah, and just have the spikes on them. Punch.
They don't have to be lethal spikes as long as you can punch. I have shovel claws.
Shovel claws.
Maybe the Knuckles series will show the shovel claws.
I got so much Sonic 2 movie merch compared to the first movie.
Are you gonna get the Build-A-Bear Sonics?
Yes. I just need a way to get more money.
You should do the voice yourself then.
What do you mean?
You can do custom voices for those things.
I can do custom voices? I thought the Sonic one you just automatically get Ben Schwartz.
I don't know. I guess it depends on if it's already built in or not. But I remember a friend of mine had made a Tails one, and like when they were doing the Build-A-Bear thing last time, and he had somebody do a custom Tails voice, and just put it in the voice box somehow.
That is so cool.
I hope they can still do that again.
If I can do that, I would get that for my niece, honestly.
Yeah, because then you could say whatever, and you could be like, you can mention her name and stuff.
Yeah. And then Knuckles. I'm surprised they didn't make a chuckle joke on there, honestly.
Well, he's supposed to be serious, so.
Yeah, but you would think that Sonic would call him like Chuckles or something.
Nah, maybe in Sonic 3 when Knuckles lightens up a little bit.
Yeah, it's true.
Man, Sonic 3 is gonna be like a pack of Skittles.
Yeah, what do you think the release date for that's going to be? What, 2024, 2025?
I think it'll be 2024.
Hope so.
It'll be summer or early autumn 2024 because they already greenlit it, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're probably already working on it. Clearly already have an idea of where they're going with it. So I think that it would come out a little quicker.
The funny part was they were gonna do Rugrats, and that was gonna be like a CGI thing, but instead they
No,
like canceled the budget.
it was gonna
to
be
do
live
Sonic.
action.
Yeah, it's gonna be live action, but also CGI.
Which doesn't make any sense. They're just babies.
Yeah, exactly. They
They're
were gonna
already-
have the babies look like Sonic and all that.
So you're gonna have live action adults and then like CGI babies?
Yes, that's how they were gonna do it.
Nah, that's not right.
I'm glad they canceled it.
Yeah, just get actual babies, and just make it. I would say if you're not gonna make it a completely animated movie, even if it is just a CGI animated movie, which is pointless because they have a CGI animated series now, which looks fine, except it's just super 2022. But
And it's rebooted. I like the original.
yeah, but if you're gonna do live action, you might as well just go all the way with like adapting it as almost as if it were like an original movie, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like let me try to think of an example, like a 101 Dalmatians. Those live action movies didn't try to be like the cartoons, but they worked as a live action movie. You could almost picture it as if the cartoons never existed. Just do
Yeah.
that with Rugrats. Just do Rugrats with actual babies. It can have a different tone to it. It doesn't have to be like the cartoon. It just has to have a charm to it. Although I feel like this day and age, people would try to make it like the cartoon or compare it to the cartoon. Anyways, but it doesn't have to be. You can just get babies and it can be cheesy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
I'm glad they canceled that project because I think the budget for that kind of went more into Sonic's favor.
What do you mean? Oh, because
'Cause
it was Paramount, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Do you
I
think
guess they saw the original Sonic design and then they saw the they saw the outcome for it and they're like, yeah, let's cancel the Rugrats movie and let's try to fix that Sonic one.
Shalice just appeared?
Hello.
Hey, you guys.
Shalice, was
Can you guys hear me?
I can? Well, yeah, we can hear you. You're
Yeah, we
like
can hear you.
nice and loud. I have
What? The third movie blew me away.
Would you say that the second movie is a little bit darker than the first movie?
I don't know.
That's actually a good point.
I wouldn't
It
call it
had
darker.
moments that made me feel like it was kind of dark. But then again, I was like, nah, they can't be taking it that direction.
It's not. I don't think it's darker. I think there are some things that they were just more extreme, but it's also super childish, so it doesn't really come off that way. I think that it's interesting that they'll include things like Sonic saying crap, but so it's almost like they're trying to say this is a family friendly movie, but it's not aimed at kids. Like it's aimed at kids, but it's not specifically aimed at kids, because if it was, they wouldn't say crap and hell and all that stuff in the movie.
You're going straight to Olive Garden.
Imagine one day we see Shadow in the movie and he's just like, where's that darn fourth Chaos Emerald?
That was funny.
Yeah.
The only reason why I asked is because I was just thinking, like, do you guys, in the first movie, I liked the movie, but it wasn't the movie that I was looking for. Like, I was okay with it because I'm like, well, it's still Sonic. But like in my head, I've always pictured something more along the lines of like Sonic Adventure as a movie. And obviously the first movie wasn't quite that, but now with the second movie out, I'm starting to kind of wonder, like, do you think maybe it's possible for them to slowly be going in the direction to be able to tell more serious and darker stories, even to like the casual audience?
All I'm gonna say is that they presented a bunch of like origin. They presented a lot of origin to go forward with the movie series.
But like, let's say like Sonic, one day Sonic has to like save the world, right? Because in the first movie, it's like a lot of people see it as like a cute, fun little movie. Of Sonic is gaining a friend, and it's charming and everything, and all that blah blah blah. But I feel like if you mention that Sonic was going to be saving the world from like blowing up or something, you would be like, oh, it's kind of extreme for this version of Sonic. But after the second movie, do you think that they could eventually go there?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just one Hugh Jack's baby step at a time.
It could go to it could make a complete dark turnaround. Like like okay, you know how when they previewed what's the new Netflix series that they be working on? What's it called again?
Sonic Prime?
Yeah, you know the little pictures that they shown. Could it maybe they be going that direction of a dark future?
Dark future. I it's weird. It's hard to tell because it's like there's a part of me that thinks is like they want to eventually get more serious and actiony, and that catches some people off guard who are not familiar with Sonic after seeing the first movie. And then there's a part of me that's like, well, they're trying to maintain that silliness, or I can't tell. Like, for here's an example: the government in the world of the Sonic series for the movies, I can't tell if they're supposed to be stupid or if they're supposed to just be like they're not stupid, but they're just funny, because that guy, that general or whatever, he he seemed like such a nice dude, but he also, now that I think about it, he comes off more as like a nice villain, where he's kind of like a bad guy who's willing to do bad things, but not in a mean way. Like, he would be the kind of guy who would like kick you out of your house, blow up your house, and then like frame you as a terrorist, and then be like, okay, but like no hard feelings, right? And
So I don't.
here's a gift card to Olive Garden. Because wait, oh yeah, I think they made that joke a couple times too. I think like they're making. I can't tell if if there's an Olive Garden product placement in this movie, or if they're just making fun of themselves for doing it in the first movie.
I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, they never actually truly went, so you don't know. Maybe it's just a code word. Maybe it's just a code word.
Oh, God. It's like activate order Olive Garden. Never ending pasta bowl.
Oh,
Yep, see, it worked. She's obliterating right now as we speak, Speedy. You hear it? Catastrophe. Is that a word? Catastrophe? Are you there, Speedy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's like, yeah.
hey, I'm
I'll
gonna go through for a while because I'm gonna have to hit this expressway to get home. I'm gonna mute
Oh, you're
myself
still
for a
at the theater,
while
aren't you?
until I get to the house.
Yeah. Plus, I
Hey,
also got to get going because I got to
Shalice.
make a party thing with some friends real quick about tomorrow's movie. Thing,
Shalise,
so.
come back in about an hour and a half or 2
Okay.
hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours. I'll send a message because then Luis will be here and he'd watch the movie at the same time as you.
Okay.
All right. So everybody in the Hedgehog Zone, adios for now. See you soon. Just to get a few more thoughts from a few more people who have just seen the movie.
Sayonara, chili dogs.
And Gio will not be there to watch us this time for the first time because he's like you said earlier, he left so that his anxiety for tomorrow doesn't kill him.
Yeah.
All right then. Toodles for now.
Toodles.